Welcome to part 3 of ASMR Bedtime Stories. I hope you are tucked in tight and ready for today's spooky bedtime story. Time to turn off the lights, grab your comfiest blanket, and let's cue the rain sounds. The sun beamed down on the glistening waters as our ferry pulled away from the mainland. A sense of anticipation filled the air as my friends and I embarked on our long-awaited vacation to the island. Nestled off the coast, this secluded paradise promised breathtaking beaches, enchanting landscapes, and a captivating history. Ellie, a woman of adventurous spirit and a love for the unknown, was part of our merry band. She had always been fascinated with tales of the supernatural, and her excitement was palpable as we set foot on the island. Our accommodation was a charming beachfront cottage, complete with whitewashed walls and a thatched roof. It was the perfect setting for a week of relaxation and exploration. One evening, as the sun began its descent, we gathered around the dining table, mapping out our plans for the following day. In the midst of laughter and animated discussions, someone mentioned the haunted lighthouse that stood proudly on the edge of the island. Legends whispered of eerie occurrences and ghostly sightings within its weathered walls. Ellie's eyes lit up, her curiosity piqued. "I've always been fascinated by haunted places," she exclaimed, her voice filled with a blend of excitement and trepidation. "We must visit the lighthouse." The consensus was unanimous, and the following morning found us eagerly venturing toward the towering structure. Its aged bricks stood as a testament to the passage of time, and a sense of foreboding hung in the air. The tour guide, a weathered man with deep-set eyes, began recounting the lighthouse's history with a voice that carried the weight of generations. As we ascended the spiraling staircase, the air grew heavy, and a strange chill coursed through our ranks. The guide's words seemed to float on the wind, blending with the creaking of ancient floorboards. Shadows danced along the walls, casting eerie silhouettes that played tricks on our imaginations. Then, in the dimly lit corridor, I saw it, a floating figure, a mere whisper of darkness. It darted past the archway, leaving a trail of unease in its wake. My heart hammered in my chest as I turned to my friends, their eyes wide with disbelief. "Did you see that?" I stammered, my voice barely a whisper. They exchanged bewildered glances, uncertainty etched across their faces. What was it?" Ellie's voice trembled. "I don't know," I replied, my word barely audible. But it was real. As we continued our tour, the tension in the air remained palpable. A sense of being watched loomed over us, lurking in the darkened corners. And then it happened, an icy touch on my shoulder, a fleeting care that sent shivers down my spine. I whirled around, but there was nothing and no one behind me. Goosebumps pricked my skin as I exchanged anxious glances with my friends. The guide led us deeper into the labyrinthine corridors, his voice fading into the background as another sound took center stage. It started as a soft whimper, distant yet hauntingly mournful. A woman's cry, laced with inconsolable grief, echoed through the walls. With each step, the sound grew louder, pulling us toward its source. Heart pounding, I followed the anguished sobs, my friends close by my side. The cries led us to a small room at the top of the lighthouse, where a lone window overlooked the endless expanse of the ocean. Moonlight poured through the glass, casting an ethereal glow on the worn wooden floor. But as we approached, the cries abruptly ceased, leaving only an eerie silence in their wake. We exchanged puzzled glances, our collective breath caught in our throats. It was then that a realization struck me, a chilling revelation that sent shivers down my spine. The woman, she jumped, I whispered, the words escaping my lips with a mixture of sorrow and disbelief. The guide, his face etched with sorrow, nodded somberly. Yes, many years ago. She leapt from this very room, consumed by heartache and despair. Her lover had gone off to war, promising to return, but he never did. A heavy silence settled upon us as we absorbed the weight of the tragic tale. The cries we had heard were the echoes of a tormented soul, forever trapped in the confines of this haunted lighthouse. Ellie, her eyes glistening with empathy, took a hesitant step forward. Is she still here? Her spirit, I mean. The guide nodded again, his voice barely above a whisper. Many visitors have reported encounters with her restless spirit. Some claim to have seen her wandering the corridors, searching for her lost love. Others have felt her presence, her touch, as if she longs for solace. A mix of fear and curiosity danced in Elle's eyes. Without a word, she reached out, her hand trembling, and gently pressed her palm against the window. In that moment, a gust of wind howled through the room, extinguishing the flickering candle flame. A chill swept through the air, and we felt an otherworldly presence envelop us. Suddenly, a soft breeze whispered through the room, carrying with it a faint, ethereal voice. It was a voice filled with longing, a lament that echoed through our souls. Tears welled in Ellie's eyes as she closed them, her heart connecting with the sorrowful spirit before us. The guide's voice broke the spell, his words a solemn reminder of the tragic fate that had befallen the woman. She waits here, unable to find peace until her lover returns. But he never will. As we descended from the haunted lighthouse, our hearts heavy with the weight of the past, a newfound reverence for the supernatural settled with us. The experience had changed us, leaving an indelible mark on us all. Years have passed since that fateful day on Harbor Island, yet the memory of the haunted lighthouse remains etched in our minds. Ellie, forever captivated by the unknown, has since delved deeper into the realm of the supernatural, seeking answers and solace for lost souls. And though we may never fully understand the mysteries that lie within the shadows, the haunting cries of that tormented spirit serve as a reminder of the fragility of love, the depths of sorrow, and the enduring power of the human spirit.